Welcome back to the world that was, and today's battle, which is the Ogre Kingdoms taking on the Lizardmen. Welcome back, thanks for joining us again. Today we've got 2,600 points, bit of an odd number I know, but 2,600 points of Ogres taking on these stunning looking Lizardmen. We both tried to do something a little bit different in the lists, so when we run through them you'll see there's lots of monsters over on that side. Smaller units of bulls, no big Death Star really for me down here, and special character dude here too. So we're just playing battle line, keeping it nice and simple. Let's run you through both the armies. Looking down at this lovely Lizardman army. Out on this side, who have we got here?
We've got a Scar Veteran on a Carnosaur.
Very nice.
Then a unit of 10 skink skirmishers, and then a big skink cohort behind, which is 32 skinks and 4 Croxigor.
Cool. Around the other side of this one.
Then a smaller cohort, which is 16 skinks, 2 Croxigor, and Tito Eco sitting in the middle.
Yeah, behind them is this magnificent thing.
So that's the General, which is an Old Blood on a Carnosaur.
Yeah.
And we have an Ancient Stegodon with an Engine of the Gods. The third Carnosaur, which is a Scarvet BSB. And just a regular Stegodon over here.
And then all the way out here in the wilderness
is 5 Chameleon Skinks.
Very nice. Looking down at the Ogres, the Sabertusk out on the flank. 1 Grimhorn Rhinox Rider. He's got the 1-up save with his Iron Fist and Heavy Armour. Then we have a Hunter who is on a Stonehorn. He's got the Harpoon Launcher, he's got a big name and some other bits. Never ever played a Hunter on a Stonehorn before, so we're going to give him a whirl. We've got 2 identical units of 6-man bulls. They've all got Iron Fists. There's no champions, just standards and bellowers in there. Smaller unit again of only 7 Iron Fists this time. Iron Guts. My General, the Slaughtermaster level 4 is in there, and the BSB. Got the first of 2 Iron Blasters. I've got 2 painted up now. We're going to be blooming using them. 4 Mornfang Cavalry, and the second Iron Blaster. The Vanguard move allowed by T2 Eco, only got the 1 on the D3 for that. They've gone, so let's roll off for the first turn. We both like it. It's a 4 for the Ogres, 5 for the Lizardmen, who did finish deploying first. Taking it, you want to go first?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll come back for turn 1, Lizardmen. Lizardmen movement is complete. We didn't have any charges. Most things have come up forwards. Holding back a little bit, just trying to lure some baiting charges in. The Chameleon Skinks down here coming to make a nuisance of themselves behind the Iron Blaster. Winds of Magic, 9 power dice for the Lizardmen. What are you going to try and cast?
We'll start with an Ice Shard Blizzard on the Iron Blaster in the middle.
On this one here, yeah?
Yep.
10, 40, no, he's level 2, 12. Means that on a 4+ he can't shoot, and I would really like to try and take out some of these monsters. Gonna have to risk it. Yeah, dispelled. You know what you do next?
Yep, we'll do a Chain Lightning on the same unit.
On him, yep. Cast. How many dice you got left?
3.
3 more. I mean, I'm looking for a double 6 to stop that, so I'm going to have to let you have it. Oh, it's the big 6. It's probably the first Iron Blaster gone. Toughness 6.
4 wounds,
Okay.
-3.
Well, he's only got 4 up save, so he is down to 1 wound left. Ouch.
Does it jump? Yes.
Presumably you wanting to jump this way.
Yeah.
Okay. 4 hits here. 4 more that are dead. Well, 4 wounds. So that's 3. And a wound down on the next. Keeping jumping.
1 hit. 1 wound.
That's another one. Down to 2. Stop jumping. Phew. That was fairly unpleasant. Tried to cast a comet with the last 3 dice, but didn't hit the casting value, even with the reduction from the Engine of the Gods. Moving into shooting, we've got these skinks. What are they shooting at?
They're going to aim for the hunter.
Okay.
4's normally, 5's moved, 6 long range.
6s, but you are poisoned. 1. Okay, let's see what it hits.
The hunter.
It's hit the hunter. Okay. Who has Charm Shield, so ignore this on a 2-up. Yes, ignore that hit. It was a good use of a shield. Okay, we've got some more down here.
Yep, they've got their blowpipes.
Okay. A couple there. 1 wound, managed to make it through, and I couldn't save it down on that Iron Blaster. We've got the giant bow coming in now, down at this one, trying to finish him off. Needs a 5 to hit, 6 is poisoned, 6 would kill him with his last wound left. Oh, come on! He's destroyed. Right, we'll do some panic checks. Panic on the Mornfang. They are off. We'll double check whether we're in range, because we do have a standard discipline there. They're okay. Few. We'll try down on this unit as well. They're okay as well. Blowing up that Iron Blaster signalled the end of turn 1 for the Lizardmen. Ogre's time to respond. We, I think, only have 1 charge, which is going to be the Stonehorn Hunter down into the Skinks. So I'll have to do a frenzy check for this lad here, who we're going to check. He's possibly failed that, actually, and might also have to declare a charge. Is he within 12? No. Okay, so he has to declare a charge. Well, damn it! Stonehorn is going to charge those guys. So I'll have a terror check first, please, and hope that they turn around and leg it.
They do not.
They do not. Okay.
We'll stand and shoot.
Against the Stonehorn?
Yes.
Okay. And he will be declaring the charge in as well. That's my only 2 charges. We'll let Joe do the standard shoots. I don't think either of those 2 can actually fail that, and we'll come back when the movement's finished. Ogre movement is complete. These 2 charges made it in. No wounds through on the standard shoot. Don't think he's got any hits. Saber-Tuskers run around the back, trying to help stop the overrun from these guys so that we don't get charged by that Carnosaur. Everything else running up to try and keep up with the army and offer some support. A little more tentative down here with the Mornfang. We're not going to make it across this gap, and we'll just see what happens there, I guess, really. Winds of Magic, haven't got loads, but we're going to start with a 2-dice Toothcracker for the +1 toughness down on this unit of bulls. 8, 12, that is cast.
Yep.
Letting that one go, so they're +1 toughness, Tremolo attribute. Oh. Do you want to roll a strength 6 hit for me? Yeah, he's wounded. 5 up, ward save. Nope, so he has already taken a wound. Oh dear. Okay, we are going to try a... We're going to try a 2-dice Trollbats? No, we're not. We're going to try a 2-dice Spine Marrow down on this same unit, making them stubborn. 4, 8. That one is cast. What are you thinking with that?
Spelled.
That one's gone. And with my remaining 2, we're going to do Bone Crusher down onto this unit here. That is 11 on the dice.
Yeah, max cast.
11, I've got that one off. 2d6, strength 2 hits. 2d6, 10. Nice. 3 skinks were killed as their bones snapped. The other ones that hit the croc spores did nothing. On the law attribute, I got another 1, but then thankfully jaded as well for the roll to wound. So that's not been brilliant. But anyway, there we go. We've got the shot from this Iron Blaster. My maximum range is only about here, so we're aiming for this skink's head. We're going to overshoot slightly, but we might take out a few and hopefully hit that Carnosaur. So, how far do we overshoot? The misfire result for this cannon just means you can't shoot this turn or next. Jay breathing a sigh of relief as there's no Iron Blaster shooting at him for 2 turns. The combat was, as expected, a complete and utter slaughter here. Impact hits almost killing them all, and then the Hunter finishing off what was left. He's been blocked by the Saber Tusk, which was sort of the plan. However, this guy, frenzied, he had to overrun, and he has charged off, ready to be annihilated by a Carnosaur. That takes us to the end of turn 1. We're set up for what I think is going to be quite a bloody turn 2. Let's find out. Lizardmen, turn 2. Do we have any charges?
Yep, so the Scar Vet on the Carnosaur is charging the Rhinox Rider.
He will have to hold, and I think he can do with that, yeah.
The Skink Cohort is charging the 6 balls with 2 Cracker on them.
They will hold.
The Carnosaur BSB is charging the other unit 6 balls.
Yep, they're going to hold.
The second Skink Cohort is going to charge the Iron Guts.
Hold.
And the Old Blood Carnosaur is also going to charge the Iron Guts.
Because he'll be able to get in when they've moved out of the way, like over here. Yeah, I'm going to have to hold. Lots and lots of charges coming in on me. Maybe I moved up too far last time, but if I didn't, these guys would have just flanked into the Stonehorn and chopped him up. So, okay, I think they're pretty much all guaranteed, aren't they? We'll roll up for the others, get those moved in and do the other bits and see how it looks after these moves are complete. Lizardman movement phase complete. All of the charges made it in. Had to do them in quite a specific order so that people were getting out of the way, but they've all gone crashing in. Stegodon with the Engine of the Gods one has come up to support, and this guy's come down here to try and block the Mournfang. Chameleon, Skinks coming up to continue their harassment. Winds of Magic were pathetic. They're clearly holding their breath as they wait to see what happens here. A double 1, so it's 2 dice to 1, neither of us managing to channel. And you're going for a boosted harmonic convergence.
Casting values reduced by 1 thanks to the Engine of the Gods.
Yeah.
So I need a 9 off 2 dice.
Okay. That's it for magic. Got shooting with your bow and some shooting down here. And then we're going to come into this messy, messy combat. Nothing happened in the shooting. This slatted march, so we couldn't, and these guys didn't get any wounds through. Combat. We're starting with this one down here. I've got a fear check first, as... Oh, no, I'm frenzied, so I'm immune to psychology, so I don't have a fear check at all. Forget that. Sword of Swift Slaying on the Scarvet on top, so he's going first. He gets the reroll, as we have the same initiative. No. And 1. I'm getting a 3-up save on this, which I pass. Okay. I have 5 attacks back from my rider, and then it's the Carnosaur and the Rhinox at the same time. Yes, I'm going to have to think what I need to put them into. Putting all the attacks into the Carnosaur itself, hitting on 3s. Okay. We are equal strength, so 4s. Just 1 at -2.
Yep, that's wound.
1 wound through. Okay. Now it's the Carnosaur and the Rhinox who both do it at the same time. So do my Rhinox first. He was also getting into the Carnosaur. I think he's only weapon skill 3. 1 more. That one's saved. Okay, so I've caused 1 wound in total. Let's see how nasty this Carnosaur is.
2 hits.
Couple of hits.
Strength 7.
Ouch.
2 and a -4.
Puts me on a 5-up save.
D3
No.
wounds each. 4.
He's dead. Having caused the unsaved wound, this colossal gained frenzy and then overran straight off the battlefield. We're coming around onto this combat down here. The Slaughtermaster has declared a challenge, which has been answered by this terrifying looking thing. There is method to my madness, don't worry. So they're in a challenge. We've got the Skinks and Tito Rico coming in first. It's going to be pretty much then the Croxagores and all of these guys down here are great weapons, and we'll do the challenge at the end. So your Skinks, they don't take a fear chest because of the Croxagores with them. What can they hit? And can they wound?
Ooh,
one of them can. 5 up. No, that's another wound done.
Tito Rico next.
He hits.
He does not wound.
He doesn't wound. Excellent. Right, Croxagores and the rest of this unit are all going at the same time now. The Ogres have swung and stomped, managed to kill off a load of Skinks. Croxagores did manage to get a wound back through, just finished off this one here. This challenge, so I have the standard combo of Fencer's Blades and Glittering Scales, making me quite hard to hit. And I'm hoping that's going to keep me alive. So, same initiative as the Scarvet, I think. So, we're going to do the Slaughtermaster first. 5 attacks with his paired weapons. And decent number of hits. Money strength 4. That'll do. 3 wounds through. -1.
All pass.
So the General is swinging first, hitting on 5s thanks to those Fencer's Blades and Glittering Scales. Just the one. Does manage to get the wound through. Can we save it with our Talisman of Endurance? No, we can't. So he's down to 3 wounds. And then the Carnosaur. This is on 6s, though. Who doesn't manage any. The Ogres have won this combat. These guys are steadfast because the Croxagores, although they don't look it, are 2 ranks there, apparently. So they are a steadfast rerollable 8.
Yep.
And he is less. So we'll do who you roll for first.
I'm going to roll for the Cohort first, because if the General flees, then they won't be rerollable 8.
Yeah.
They are staying put.
Okay. And then rerollable 4 for the General. Ooh, not the first time. Come on. Oh, he's staying put. Damn it. Okay, cool. I've got these 2 still left to work out. And then I might get a turn too. Coming down into this combat here, yes, there has been a slight reshuffle of the Croxagores as they weren't quite how you want them to be, and that's fine. So, Skinks have attacked and done absolutely nothing. Ogres are going now. All of the attacks into the Skinks. 2s to kill, or to wound at least. 2 1s, okay. 4.
Harry. 4.
4 dead. Got the Croxagores and then some stomps. Let's see how these Croxagores do. To wound. Ooh, that's not bad. I'll get some parry saves on these, but that is all. Oh, I don't make any of them, so that is 2 dead Ogres there. And then 3 stomps at the front back into the Skinks, which is 3 more. Ogres losing this combat. Could have done with that Spine Marrow spell on them, but there we go. It is a rerollable 6, thanks to General being down here. Not the first time. Come on. Ooh, just. They hold firm. 1 more combat to go. Scar Veteran has swung, managed to get 3 unsaved wounds through and kill off one of the bulls. I'm swinging back and putting everything into the Carnosaur. And looking for 5s to wound. 2.
2 wounds done.
2 wounds through. Okay, and then he's going to chomp me with his multiple wounds, and this is where it really starts to hurt. Some hits.
2 save.
2 parries. No.
4 wounds.
That's another dead bull. Ogres, turn 2. Time to launch some charges of my own. Stonehorn swung round into the side there. Mournfang went up. The only one we had to roll for was the Iron Blaster, who's gone into support as well. All making it in. That was it for the movement phase. Those are my only unengaged units. Winds of Magic. Okay, we're looking pretty strong. And no channel, so 10 dice for me. 4 dice in, a boosted Toothcracker. It is cast. 10, 17, 21. That's all units within 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, let that one go.
Well, let's make 7 or 2, so.
And I regain a wound. Whoops. Okay, and boosted Troll Guts. It's fairly cocked, that one. 4. And we'll work this out. The boosted Troll Guts was successfully cast, and the Law Attribute as well, taking the Sword of my step back up to full health. Combat. Starting with this one. 3d3 impact hits. 4, 2, 4, 5. I'd have got more attacks if he could just attack normally.
All on 6.
Yeah. And 4 dead skinks to impact hits. As the dust settles over this combat, lots more dead skinks, 2 wounds done through onto a Croxagore as well. Only took 2 wounds in return from the Croxagores just down here. Ogres have won this combat quite comprehensively, but they are steadfast and they still have the BSB. Just here, I need them to run, which I don't think they're going to. 9, they might do first time.
7, we're okay.
7, staying firm. Going down to this combat here next, the BSB is swinging first. No predatory fighters there again.
Ooh, nothing.
Nothing, okay. 3, 6, 9, 12 attacks coming back into him. I'm going to put them all on the Carnosaur again, just because it's... do I you a fear check for that? Which is passed. Carnosaur slightly easier to hit and wound. Or kill at least. Okay. And 3 that go through.
Castle's dead.
Yes. BSB back down on foot now after his Carnosaur was hacked to pieces, although he did manage to finish off the Ogre that was at the back. It probably means I get a stomp on him now, doesn't it? Because stomps are at the end.
Yeah.
Let's stomp on him. Nah. Didn't want to stomp on him anyway. He's going to be a rerollable 6. He's staying put. Okay, we'll go down to this one here because there's a possibility that the Iron Blaster maybe can get this way. We'll just see. So we've got quite a lot of impact hits first. We've got the D6 for the Iron Blaster. 4, very nice. And then 3d3 for the Mournfang. That's pretty good as well. Only 1 wound caused from the impact hits after all that, which was disappointing. It is toughness 6, so we needed 5s to wound, and then he made a save. Iron Blaster's also failed his fear check. These guys have passed. So, Skinks are going first. They're putting all their attacks into the Iron Blaster. Looking for 6s. No, none there. With the assistance of their Razor Standard, these guys managed to chop down the Stegodon. So, we're going to be doing the overrun. We're going to do the Iron Blaster first, because there's a possibility that we can make it in there. 7, I think we're going to be just short of that, and we're going to block the move for the Mournfang, who are just going to stay an inch away. Which then means we come around to this one and continue our challenge. Passed the fear check. Skinks have attacked and done nothing. My BSB has attacked and done nothing. The Skinks managing to save their parries. We've now got the Croxagores and the Iron Guts, so all swinging at the same time. Croxagores are going first. And 3. We'll have 3 Trollgut saves. Nope, 2 of them go through. Puts him down to 1. And then I've got a decent number to come back. The attacks from the Iron Guts being enough to kill all the skinks outright. The challenge continues. I am back up to full health. Let's see if I can do anything. So 5 attacks thanks to the paired weapons from the Swordmaster. These are all on the Carnosaur. Well, might be weapon skill 10, but he still can't hit. And he can't wound. Okay, as long as he doesn't die. Touch wood. Let's have the Scarvet. Ooh, managed a few hits there.
1 wound.
And the 4-up Troll Guts is passed. And the Carnosaur, the scary one. Ooh, he's got some hits. That wasn't supposed to happen. 1 wound. 4-up Troll Guts. Oh, it's off the table. Troll Guts. Yes. Phew. That could have been nasty with the multiple wounds. Yeah, you're not steadfast anymore. So, yeah, be rerollable snake eyes on them. Which one do you want to do first?
The Croxigors.
No. And the general? No. It's gone a long way, but it's a no. I will chase both of them down. So, Croxigors are off. 3, probably going to get them. This guy's Swift Stride. Oh, well, I'm not going to get with a 12. Let's see how far I can get. 6, nicely in the middle of all of them. And this is how it looks at the end of turn 2. The overrun not being quite enough to get us into that Stegodon. He is facing that way, but with his super long tail, he doesn't quite line up, so he is running that way. But that's where he's ended up. And suddenly, the Lizardmen are looking a little bit thin on the ground. We do have the other Scarvet on the Carnosaur about to come back on. We've still got these Chameleon Skinks down here. But that's about it. Let's see what Jay can do in Lizardmen turn 3. Lizards turn 3. We had 1 charge, which was down here into the Ogres. The General has managed to rally and is turned around, lined up to come in and support next turn if he can get past those fins. And this other Carnosaur come back on and he's lining himself up for some charges depending on what happens down there. We do still have a magic phase as there's a bound spell with this Stegodon. 6 and a 1 rolled for the win, so 7 dice to my 6. You throwing all 6 at the...
Yeah.
It's not irresistible. Let's see if I can stop it. We'll have to count. The bound spell was not cast. Shooting, these guys moved up. Tried to get some shots in. Only 1 hit and wound, but managed to save it. We're back into combat where most of this game has been decided. Starting off with the one down here. Skinks are swinging first. They've passed their fear check for the Stonehorn. What are you wanting to put your attacks in?
They've got to go to the front, most of them.
Yeah. A few hits that time.
1 wound. How's your armor save?
Failed the armor save and the Troll Guts. Yes. And the one into the Stonehorn missed. Get my attacks in. The Hunter will be going first. Let's see if we can finish off. Yeah, there's a Croxigor that's already lost some wounds, so we'll try and finish off the Croxigors. Decent number of hits. Strength 6. Oh, come on! Ogres are managing to kill 6 of the Skinks. Stonehorn and Hunter managing to finish off the Croxigor, get some wounds still on the other. Croxigors are split in, 1 going to the side and the Stonehorn, rest coming into the Ogres.
1 on the Ogre.
1 on the Ogre. 4 up. Nope. That finishes off him. And into the Stonehorn.
The Hunter.
Right, the Hunter, okay.
1.
It's a wound. No armor save. Well, no ward save, so no save for that on the Hunter. So the Hunter goes down to 3 wounds left. I've got 3 stomps on some Skinks, which will be 2. And they don't pass their armour. Yeah, well, you're probably going to stay. Well, we'll see.
I'm still steadfast.
And they are still steadfast with the Croxagores counting effectively as skinks. Rerollable 8. They pass it first time. Everybody now has swung apart from the Iron Guts themselves. We've not managed to get any wounds through so far. Come on, Iron Guts. Can you do it for me? That was terrible. 2 wounds caused.
Armor save. Nope. 6 at ward. No.
So I caused 2 wounds. You've got 3 for the wounds, 4 for the charge. I've got 2, 3 for the standard, 4 for the BSB, 5 for the rank. I think I win by 1.
Why hold?
Okay, we've just got this final combat down here. Scar Veteran to swing first.
Yeah, check now. Fast.
Toughness 5.
Nothing.
And 9 attacks coming back into him.
Only 2 attacks.
Oh, yeah, only 2. 6 attacks coming back into him, sorry. Strength 4. Oh, 4 ward. He's fine. 2 stomps. Nothing.
Musician.
I do. Ooh, he's probably within 18 of the big guy. Ogre's turn 3. We didn't have any charges. The Iron Blaster was too close to the front of these to get any kind of a wheel in to get charges anywhere. So Mornfanger have moved backwards. He has gone round trying to get a shot down here. Winds of Magic were pathetic again. We've only got a total of 3 dice. We're just going to put a Tooth Cracker out on these guys here to try and get the +1 toughness. It is cast on 13-17. Looking for a double 6 to stop. No. So that one's gone. Lower attribute. It's hurt me as many times as it's healed. Oh, again. Oh, and again. Okay, so we do at least have that. And now we're going to do the shooting. So 10 inches from the back, or the opposite side of his base, this way to get the shot in. Don't misfire this time, please. Okay. And the bounce goes to, we're not going to get there at this rate, or 10. That's what we needed. Rolling to wound the Carnosaur. We do. And rolling to wound the guy on top.
Charm shield on him.
Do. His charm shield is okay. So it's just the Carnosaur. How many wounds do we...
6 at ward.
Oh, yes. How many wounds? 4. Combat down here is resolved. 1 skink champion, 1 Croxagore left. They're on a Snake Eyes, rerollable to stay. Can they do it? Not the first time. Not the second time. Stonehorn has to go after you because of the frenzy. I don't know whether the unit's going to, actually. I might try and take a leadership test. I'll take a leadership test to not to chase you with the bulls. Yep, they're happy. How far are you going? 8. Let's see. Can the Stonehorn catch it? 10. Yes, he can. The overrun or pursue move from the Stonehorn sufficient to get him into this BSB. And having rolled that 10, it's now 3d3 plus 3 impact hits. It's for 1, 2, 5, 8. Can we wound him? Yes, we can. 8 wounds.
-3.
Strength 6, yeah.
5 up. 4 up ward. He's dead.
He's gone. This combat here, 1 wound through onto the Iron Guts, who died. Nothing back onto this Stegodon Ancient. It's proving quite difficult to kill. It does lose the combat though. My 2 points of res for the banner and BSB outweighing the 1 wound that was caused. Stubborn Lucia bait. Yeah, he's staying put. And there's going to be a nasty charge from this guy. Lizardmen, turn 4. We've got a few charges to come in. What are you doing first?
The Scarvet Carnosaur is going into the 3 Conquering Bulls.
I might flee, you know. I'm going to flee. 8 inches. So I'm off down here somewhere. I will do a panic test. Because I'm probably going to flee through these guys. Yeah. So panic on them. They love it. Stonehorn is immune. We'll get those ones moved.
I'm going to redirect into the Stonehorn.
Yeah. He will... Demolition test to reform, yeah. And to reform, to redirect.
Yep.
Yep. I'm going to stand and shoot with my harpoon launcher, I think. Which is a hit. Ballistic skill 4. 3's normally. 4's long. 4's for stand and shoot. Strength. See what I hit. Hit the Carnosaur. Strength 6. It's a wound. D3. 1. Oh well. Okay. 1 wound caused there. We'll get those ones moved. Any other charges?
The general is going to go through the...
We can, yeah. We've had it out with the templates and he can just fit through that gap, which I hadn't seen. They'll hold as well. Charges have gone in. Pew, pew. These guys have moved up. Magic Phase was a non-event. Tried to cast the bounce spell in here, but it was easily dispelled. They're now shooting down into this Iron Blaster, seeing if they can finish it with their poisoned weapons. Oh! I won't get 4 6s, he said. You didn't. You got 5. 4 up saves. Well, 2 more wounds off it. That's not bad. Starting with this combat down here. Scarveteran putting all his attacks into the Hunter. Sword of Swift Slaying is what lets him go first, but there are no rerolls. 5. He has got a wound. Light armor, charm shield, and mounted. 6 up save now. Nope. Hunter's down to 1 wound left. Let's see if we can make this guy pay for his insolence. With my 4 attacks. You got skill 5 as well?
Yep.
Strength 6. Ugh, just 1. That's a 1 wound caused by the Hunter. Sensing that his master has been weakened and is near death, the Stonehorn is putting all of his attacks into the Scarveteran on top. 4s to hit. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. He does get a wound though at strength 6.
4 up to keep him there.
Oh, I saved it. Now he's going to get chomped by a Carnosaur. Time for the Carnosaur to chomp. 2 on the Hunter, 3 on the Stonehorn.
Yep. Hunter first.
Ooh, no hits on the Hunter. He survives. The Stonehorn. 1 hit.
Wound.
Does wound. What's his strength?
7.
So no save for me there.
3 wounds.
Which is halved because of the stone skeleton rounding up. So 2 wounds caused. Okay. You win combat there. You've got 3 for wounds, 4 for the charge to my 1.
6.
Yeah. With a reroll. Oh, yes. Staying put, but we've lost our frenzy. Turn 4 is concluded for Lizardmen. This dude absolutely annihilating the 3 warrior bulls that he was in the side of. They turned him, fled, he cut them down. He hasn't quite made it into these ones who are just still clinging on as they flee away. Over here, 1 wound caused through, and the same on the other side. This guy still passed his break test. That's it for turn 4 for the Lizards. Turn 4 Ogres coming up. Movement complete for the Ogres. Iron Blaster has charged in. Just the fins mean we can't quite get there, but he's made it in. Mornfang have charged forward, got into those chameleon skinks who've been causing a nuisance. These guys have managed to rally, and they have reformed into this fairly obscure looking formation just to get out of the front arc here so that they're not going to get charged straight away. Winds of Magic still fairly feeble. We've only got 4 dice. I think we're just going to go for a boosted Toothcracker. Don't even know if we've got that actually. 4, 8, 13. It is cast. It is. So we've got a nice boosted Toothcracker going around all these guys up here. Let's try this lore attribute again that keeps hurting me. And again, how many times have I failed this lore attribute? 5 up in ward. No, he loses it again. I think that must be the 4th time that the lore attribute has hurt him. He needs to be careful what he's chomping. Moving through combat. Mornfang annihilated the skinks. Combination of the impact hits and the great weapons finally brought down that Stegodon ancient thing. Iron Blaster failed his leadership test not to overrun. Others have managed to turn around. All we've got left are these 2 Carnosaurs. And this one is swinging now, or the rider is, into the hunter.
Yep.
Trying to finish him off.
Predatory fighter.
3 hits.
3 wounds.
And these are -2, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the hunter is gone. With the hunter slain, we're going to have to take a roll on the monster reaction chart. Considering we started this game with 6 monsters on the table, this is the first time we've actually got to that point. Leadership 5. No. Not sure whether you can re-roll this with the BSB. We'll do it. We'll just see if he passes it. Oh, he does. Can I re-roll it with a BSB? Let us know in the comments. Can you re-roll that with a BSB? It's his own unmodified leadership, but it doesn't say you can't. So we're going to assume that he's okay with a BSB. 5 attacks. I'm going to put them all into the Saurus on top as well. Try and get some revenge. Ugh. That's okay though. 1. No, 1, yeah, because he's trying. Yep.
Yep, he's dead.
Oh, he's gone as well. Leadership test for your Carnosaur.
Yes.
He passes.
That's nice. Yes.
Yes. Okay, just 2 monsters left to slug it out. Carnosaur's attacks coming in now. Can he finish off this Stonehorn? Couple. Oh, not with those wounds he can't. Lizardmen turn 5. This will be a quick one. There's only 2 models left. There were no charges because you couldn't see anything. He's swung around this way. There's no magic, no shooting. We're straight back in to this combat between the 2 monsters. I'm going to do my Stonehorn, who manages to. And he gets a wound through.
Yep.
The Orc's coming back. 2 hits. The 3's not quite enough to wound, as with Toothcracker cast on the bubble, he was within the 12, taking him up to toughness 7. Means I won the combat. The break test was passed. Turn 5 for the Ogres. Ogres turn 5. We try to charge here. I probably should have moved the other stuff as well, really. But anyway, tried the charge here and declared the charge here. These guys failed it and didn't run anywhere near enough. These ones got a 6 on the charge in. So at least we're getting D3 impact hits there. Sorry, these guys rolled a 12 on the way in. So at least we're getting D3 impact hits there. Magic, tried to get a boosted Trollguts off, but it was dispelled due to some superb rolling from the Lizardmen army. Takes us straight through into combat. We're going to continue with the monster mash fight down here. 5 from the Stonehorn. He doesn't really like hitting your guy, does he? He does get a wound through. Has he taken any?
He's taken 1, so he's down to 3 now.
3 wounds left. See what he can do back.
He does like hitting you.
Yeah.
3d3 wounds on you.
Each of these is halved.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. He's gone. Be a panic test for these due to the enemy destroyed. 9, they are okay, and possibly the Iron Blaster as well. We'll just roll for him, he's alright. And we'll let Jay do the reform there. Coming down to this one, we're going to start with the D3 impact hits. Need a good number. 2, only strength 4. So randomised to see what we hit. So we've got 1 on each. So the 1 on the Saurus on top doesn't wound, and the 1 on the Carnosaur doesn't wound. Right, that was useful. We'll let the Scarvet slay us, and then we'll see if I've got anything left to try and take off this final wound on the Carnosaur. His attacks then, coming in.
Okay. 3 wounds on -2.
So it is just 3 6-up parries.
Do we roll them?
One of these is slain. 6 attacks back, all on the Carnosaur. Let's try and finish him off. He's only got 1 wound left. I do owe you a fear check, actually, which I should have taken before. Sorry, everybody. We're okay with that. Oh, we've got some hits. That's good.
5 to wound.
Just a couple of 5s. Couple of 5s. 1, 1, 5. Come on.
Yep.
Yes, the Carnosaur is slain.
Stomp on the general.
Yeah, I can do a stomp on the general. Why not? Well, we wound him. How we do?
Yep. Got Talisman of Endurance. Yep.
1 wound down on the general as well. So Ogres have won that combat by 1. Let's see if he's going anywhere.
No.
Staying put. Turn 6 for Lizardmen. Their final turn. The Carnosaur declared a charge down on the Iron Blaster, which turned and fled. Tried to run it down, but didn't roll anywhere near high enough and has stopped there. Just takes us straight back down to this combat. Pretty quick turn, this one. Let's see if he can finish off any of these Ogres. Worth mentioning, they reformed round at the end of my win last time, so that Carnosaur couldn't get in their flank. Anything?
2.
2 parries.
Reroll.
And 2 wounds done. 6 attacks coming back in on him then. Let's see if this can finally finish him off. One. Which he passes.
2 stomps.
Yes. We get one of them through. And he passes that as well.
You lose
So
by 1.
I lose, yeah. I do have my general and BSB there. Rerollable 8. Not the first time. But we hold firm for the second. Ogre's turn. We had a charge in down here. Didn't manage to rally the Iron Blaster, which has continued to flee off towards the edge. Combat down here. We've got 2 wounds through so far, but then the Carnosaur has munched through the Bellower and the Standard Bearer. Just got the champion left to swing. The Slaughtermaster and BSB not managing to get anything through. Can he do it? He can get 2 hits. 3s. He's got 1 wound through.
That's enough.
That was all we needed. The Carnosaur is destroyed. With the final combat of the game, he didn't manage to get any wounds through. These guys have managed to get 2 through. He has 1 wound left. We've just done the stomps, both of which have wounded. 2 armor saves. Can he pass them?
No.
Oh no. 2 4-up wards to keep him alive. Oh!
Except they're 5 upwards.
They're 5-up wards. He's gone. Wow. The Ogres have the field. These are the Ogres who remain on the field after that slaughter. Probably more Ogres left than there should have been, really. Certainly after, well, turn 1 with 1 Iron Blaster gone and the second one misfired and unable to fire for 2 turns. I was quite scared when all those charges went crashing in. few poor rolls perhaps from Jay. But yeah, the Ogres have done it. Just a couple more on the multiple wounds for the Carnosaurs. Could have seen things very differently, because by keeping this guy alive, that's the whole unit of Iron Guts. It might have caused a bit of a break for these ones, but decent number of Ogres that are still left on the board. Probably got over 1,000 points plus still on the table here, which is good. Nice to see that Lizardman army back out again. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it, with how it's been put together and painted. So I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Drop us a comment down below, and we'll see you soon for some more.